Welcome to our comprehensive tutorial on mastering the IELTS Writing Task 1 for Academic Test. In this guide, we'll cover all essential areas in Task 1 to help you succeed in your IELTS exam. Let's start by understanding the structure of the IELTS Writing Test. There are two tasks. 1. Task 1. In the academic test, you'll interpret visual data like graphs, charts, or diagrams. In the general training test, you'll write a letter. Now, let's delve into each task to understand its requirements and strategies for effective performance. IELTS Writing Task 1. Academic. For academic candidates, Task 1 involves interpreting visual information. Understand the different types of visual data you might encounter, such as line graphs, bar charts, pie charts, tables, or diagrams. They may appear independently or as a combination. Learning how to effectively analyze and describe the key trends and features of the visual data in a clear and organized manner is crucial. Practice writing Task 1 responses with a focus on accuracy, coherence, and cohesion. Let's break down the instructions for IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 in a logical and cohesive order. 1. Understand the task. You have 20 minutes to write a 150-word description of visual data. Your task is to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and making relevant comparisons. Avoid speculation or giving personal opinions. Stick to analyzing the data and presenting it in an academic style. 2. Select and report main features. Focus on highlighting the main features of the data within the limited word count. Support your analysis with important numerical data directly extracted from the visual. Prioritize accuracy and data selection to aim for a high score. 3. Make relevant comparisons. Compare significant changes or trends shown in the data where appropriate. For instance, compare growth rates between different time periods or contrasting trends within the same data set. Remember to make comparisons only where they add value to your analysis. 4. Analysis and planning. Before writing, spend time analyzing the visual data and understanding the changes over time. Plan the structure of your response to ensure coherence and logical flow. Avoid using templates and instead focus on crafting a flexible and well-organized response tailored to the specific data provided. Allocate your 20 minutes wisely, aiming to spend about a third of the time on writing and the rest on planning and editing. Plan to have a few minutes at the beginning for analysis and planning, and reserve time at the end for reviewing and refining your writing. By following these steps and practicing regularly, you'll be well prepared to tackle the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 effectively. 1. Task achievement. This is all about doing what you're asked to do. So, if you're given a graph showing changes in temperature over time, you need to accurately describe those changes. For instance, if the graph shows a steady increase in temperature from 2000 to 2020, make sure you mention that. 2. Coherence and cohesion. Think of this like telling a story where everything flows nicely. Use words like firstly, secondly, and finally to organize your ideas. For example, you might start by talking about the overall trend, then move on to specific details. 3. Lexical resource. Lexical resource is just a fancy way of saying vocabulary. You want to show off your range of vocabulary, but also make sure you're using the right words in the right places. Instead of repeating the same words over and over, try using synonyms. For example, if you're describing a graph that shows an increase, you could use words like rise, climb, or growth. 4. Grammatical range and accuracy. This is about using different sentence structures and making sure your grammar is correct. Don't stick to simple sentences all the time. Try mixing it up with some complex ones too. For instance, instead of saying the temperature rose, you could say there was a gradual rise in temperature. Remember, each of these things is important, and practicing them will help you improve your score on the IELTS Writing Task 1. If you want more IELTS-related videos, please stay tuned by subscribing to our channel. Happy learning!